Hi guys, so for this video I'm going to be showing off all of the best settings you need to use in Fortnite Chapter 2. So there's actually been a lot of graphic changes which most people do not know since Epic doesn't release patch notes. But don't worry, that's the reason I'm here for. So the settings I'm gonna show today will include the brightness and colorblind, the most optimal rendering mode between DX11 and performance mode, and as well as the new graphic settings that, like I said, Epic secretly altered. Pretty much all of these settings should give you at least an FPS boost. All of them are constantly used by top tier pros, so that should give you a reason to watch me. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. Starting from the beginning, you want to use full screen. I'm using full screen, Windows full screen, excuse me, because my OBS is not recording in that. But when I'm playing and I'm not recording, I usually put on full screen, so you should definitely try that out. Then for the frame rate limit, let's say you have an 144 Hz monitor, so you want to play on 160 or 165. So because I have one of that, I'm gonna play on 160, but because I'm really bad and I just want to flex, I'm gonna play on 240. But don't do that, that's a really bad thing. Then graphics brightness. Okay, so for the colorblind, for the brightness you can play on 80, and I recommend doing that because it hurts your eyes when you play with that, bro, like be serious. So 80. Then for the interface contrast, you want to leave that at 0 or whatever that is. Then here, because a lot of you currently ask me that, so what is the best colorblind mode? So I suggest playing on off and for the strength 0. Then if you really want to play on a colorblind, I suggest playing with Protonope 7, which I think is the best colorblind. And then if you want to be like Faceway, you want to play on Tritonope, and then just look how that looks. Come on, like you can't say I'm a Faceway fan, even though I'm not. So I'll just play on that with the default because I'm a content creator and my game looks really good without any of that. Okay, so maybe the second most important part of this video should be the graphics quality. So Epic made a pretty big change by making high and epic being extremely accented on the shadows. Just look how my build looks. Just look at the shape of them. You can clearly see my character. Look, you can see the shadows. That's sick, but my frames are dying as well. So that's why I'm not playing on that. So because of that, you should all try and play on medium with 3D rails, of course. What is that? But medium or low, I suggest playing low because I know a lot of you don't have good PCs. I don't do that myself, but I have a lot of FPS boosts, and that's why my PC is really good when it comes to FPS. So try to use low and medium. Do not use epic, even with 3D rails on. Let me try it. I cranked with that. Oh, I choked. Well, still better than what you. And now for the question you all have been waiting for: what is the best rendering mode? So in the category of the advanced graphics, I'ma quickly show what settings you should use. So I don't know how to pronounce that. Off, motion blur, wait, this should be off. Why do I have it on? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. So that should be off as well. Then show FPS of course on, and we're gonna skip this for a moment. I'm gonna tell you about it then later. Allow multi-threaded rendering on. Use GPU crash debugging. That's basically, yeah, your ping, so that should be off. The latency markers off, because when you click that on, there is one annoying white square like right here when you try and spam it. I don't know if they fixed it or not, but it was, and I was using that and my videos were just looking horrible. So don't use that, it's really annoying and it's distracting you from playing. So latency markers off. Then NVIDIA reflex low latency, of course, you know, you always knew that, on plus boost. And oh no, latency flash was that, I think. Oh no, yeah, it was latency markers, but you should keep this off as well. So look, Oh no, latency flashes. A white box will appear when clicking the left mouse button to assist measuring system latency. Oh, so yeah, that is that, so you should both keep them off. But for real now, what is the best rendering mode in Fortnite? Well, I'ma show you, my friend. Let's turn the frames to unlimited and let's just look up in the sky. How many frames do I get? Almost 600 with DirectX 11. By the way, this season, please don't use DirectX 12. I'm not even gonna explain that. You should all know that. So you saw that with the DX11 I have almost 600 FPS, and now I'ma try and boot up where is that? Okay, so the performance mode, and see if I can get more and stable FPS than with DX11. Okay guys, so now you can see I'm on performance mode and our frames are set to unlimited, and now let's see how many frames do we get. Oh look, so I'm just looking here where my frames should be pretty bad, and I'm getting as many frames as I did get with DX11. And if I'm looking up in the sky, wait, what the, I get the same frames. Oh, I get it. So if you look down and I don't know, like just swap your desktop like that, and you get a lot of details. You should, from this position on DX11 I was getting like 200 FPS, and with performance I'm getting barely 500. And if I'm looking in the sky, I'm barely getting 600 as I was doing with DX11. So this basically gives you as many FPS, or like I said before, stable FPS than DX11. DX11 gives you more FPS, but when you look up, when you look at more detailed things, and when you are probably in more detailed locations, you'll probably get frame drops. So I suggest playing on performance, but don't forget it is the limit. I'm using this because I'm really dumb. Now again, I'm gonna show another frequently asked questions. So what meshes you should use, low or high? Wait, where are there? Oh, meshes. Wait, how? Cannot be used while playing a match. Oh, really, mate? So for the high meshes, you get these builds, which are pretty sexy in my opinion. Are like the OG ones, well, not like them, but pretty similar to them. So in season 5, Epic introduced performance mode, which had bubble wrap builds, which were way better than this one, in my opinion. But the funny thing about them was that they accidentally put them in the game. So I haven't understood that, but that's really weird. How you can create something that good and just put it accidentally there? Like, that's really embarrassing, or shame. How's that called? So now, for the high meshes, you get more input delay because of their textures. So I know, maybe let's see how many input delay do I get while playing on meshes though, which means I'm playing on mobile build, which I don't prefer, but I heard that they give you so little input delay. So let's see. Dude, I can already say that these builds are giving me way less input delay than usual. Just let me show you something a bit crazier. Oh wait, what am I doing? Oh, dude, I'm just bad. I just got in. Well, I cranked a bit before the video, but look, they're so. Just try them yourself, because look, they are looking horrible. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna use them because I try to make my game look really clean and stuff. But maybe you can try them to see if you play better on them. Maybe try to play some arena with them, and with my secret resolution that I'm going to tell you later on the video, which could be a pretty deadly combination if you are a creative or you're gonna try to become a more competitive. So I definitely recommend playing on the lower ones if you are trying to become a competitive player, which most of you probably would like to. But if you want to make your game cleaner and you can just support these things like I do, you should play with meshes high, which by the way are right here in the graphics quality. So low or high if you want to make your game look cleaner. Now I'm here on my desktop, and as you can see, I have to right click on my desktop NVIDIA control panel to change my res. I'm gonna show you how to set it up first. So first, here's your native one. So you just want to click on customize, then enable this if it's not checked, then create custom resolution. And now the best stretch res you need to try out with that mesh is 1722 by 1070, which in season 6 made me a demon. I won 2 games in a row in a solo cash cup, but then I choked a few games. Don't judge me, I was almost making my first earnings, but you know, I choked a couple of games. Everything in the starter pack of a creative warrior. So after you put this in, so for horizontal pixels 7022 and for vertical lines 1070, then you want to click test, and your screen will just look like that, and then reset to native, and then click OK, and here you'll have your res, which I'm not gonna click on. Or should I try out? Okay, you wanna click that, apply, and that's just how your desktop will look. And it's horrible, your desktop will look horrible, but if you try to play Fortnite with that, I'm sure that you will become a demon while using those meshes on low. Now I'm here on my desktop, and as you can see, I have to right click on my desktop, NVIDIA control panel to change my res. I'm gonna show you how to set it up first. So first, here's your native one. So you just want to click on customize, then enable this if it's not checked, then create custom resolution. And now the best stretch res you need to try out with that mesh is 1722 by 1070, which in season 6 made me a demon. I won 2 games in a row in a solo cash cup, but then I choked a few games. Don't judge me, I was almost making my first earnings, but you know, I choked a couple of games. Everything in the starter pack of a creative warrior. So after you put this in, so for horizontal pixels 7022 and for vertical lines 1070, then you want to click test, and your screen will just look like that, and then reset to native, and then click OK, and here you'll have your res, which I'm not gonna click on. Or should I try out? Okay, you wanna click that, apply, and that's just how your desktop will look. And it's horrible, your desktop will look horrible, but if you try to play Fortnite with that, I'm sure that you will become a demon while using those meshes on low. Now I'm here on my desktop, and as you can see, I have to right click on my desktop, NVIDIA control panel to change my res. I'm gonna show you how to set it up first. So first, here's your native one. So you just want to click on customize, then enable this if it's not checked, then create custom resolution. And now the best stretch res you need to try out with that mesh is 1722 by 1070, which in season 6 made me a demon. I won 2 games in a row in a solo cash cup, but then I choked a few games. Don't judge me, I was almost making my first earnings, but you know, I choked a couple of games. Everything in the starter pack of a creative warrior. So after you put this in, so for horizontal pixels 7022 and for vertical lines 1070, then you want to click test, and your screen will just look like that, and then reset to native, and then click OK, and here you'll have your res, which I'm not gonna click on. Or should I try out? Okay, you wanna click that, apply, and that's just how your desktop will look. And it's horrible, your desktop will look horrible, but if you try to play Fortnite with that, I'm sure that you will become a demon while using those meshes on low. Okay, now I'm in the game. I've used treasures before. Like I said, it was my main race back in the day. I mean, not back in the day, it was like 2 months ago. But yeah, you want to go to the settings and your game will automatically be put it on windowed full screen. You can't play full screen with this res unfortunately, because it doesn't increases your FOV anymore, so you have to play it with windowed full screen. But here will be 7022 by 1070 and it will be the only res that will be shown up here. Overall guys, that was my video about everything that is about FPS Boost, video settings in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 7. Remember, if you want to see more videos like this one in the future, do be sure to drop a like, use code robi-fn, and also comment down below what you have learned from today's video. Regardless, that was it for me and I will see you in the next one. Later!